Best Women's Erotica. Hot and Sexy Explicit Stories for Adults. Written by Rachel Wilde. Narrated by Anna Stone. Enjoying her last carefree summer. Melanie was a shy, plump girl. She always had been, and she thought she always would be. Big, meaty legs and wide hips. One of those tasty, full-figured women. And all the size you could handle. But some curves are more delectable than others. A few full body parts here and there can even enhance a physique. You might even call her sexy. A beautiful virgin lass she was. At just 19 years old, and enjoying her last carefree summer before starting off to college, Melanie had one goal in her mind: find a boyfriend, and to know what it was like to have a thick cock filling her southern slit. It wasn't much to ask for, was it? She certainly didn't seem to think so. The problem was, Melanie seemed to forever be having trouble snagging a man. They thought she was too this, or too that, or not enough this, or not enough that. Some even called her too big, as if that meant anything. No matter the reason, there always was one. That's what hurt young, untouched Melanie the most, having nobody to call her own, and no real answer as to why. She was quite pretty and fair in the face, narrow at the waist and wide at the hips. Despite the extra thickness she carried, Melanie managed to maintain one hell of a sexy body, her dark, gorgeous hair, and that creamy skin tone. Those massive jumbo-sized tits should have been enough to snag any man she yearned for. But this was not to be so. There remained something else, some unknown trait which scared away all other men. That is, until she met hunky Sergeant Jameson. It was supposed to be a quick, easy part-time job for the summer, a short-term way to make extra spending money. Melanie didn't have much else to do with her time. She figured, why not? Better than sitting at home and stewing over her man problems. Why not get a little money while she flaunted her sumptuous figure in public? Maybe a sexy guy would notice her ample curves and fall head over heels for her. Yeah, right. That was never going to happen, and she knew it. Guys around here just didn't like her kind. It was dumb and stupid, but it was true. However, nonetheless, Melanie resolved to stay employed, for at least a few weeks, if she could help it. The internet ad had said it would be a low-stress position, a kind of carefree college kid's dream job. Very little work, decent money, and afternoon hours so you could sleep in without issue. She decided to go at once, drafting up her little resume and hopeful message for employment. And with that, off she went to the small store. The bell hanging atop the door jingled slightly as she pushed it open, making her way through the threshold. A sweet, aromatic scent greeted her nose, a kind of sugary heaven, as she would later describe it. Melanie walked inside, noting the countless jars and bottles and containers of various honeys. That was the store, in fact. A honey shop, supposedly one of the best around, all homemade or imported from secret special locations from around the world. It looked quite magical, she thought. Some were bright yellows, while others were dark, golden browns, and still others somewhere in between. Sunlight shined in through the front windows, giving the entire store a wonderful appearance of sweetness and magic. She turned in circles, round and around, eyeing over the various wares, all so perfect and tantalizing. Her heart was bursting with excitement at the prospect of working in such a place. That pretty, sweet girl had never felt so overjoyed. She put a hand on her tight-toned belly and continued to walk rearward, still entranced by the countless shades of color all around. Oof! Melanie wheezed, just as she collided with something on her bootylicious backside, squishing against that plump ass. Clumsy girl, she thought. The nervous virgin
Sample complete. Ready to continue?